All right, welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful break. I hope you got a chance to relax and enjoy and just have a good time and spend time with family at a distance, socially distanced, and everything's cool. We are going to start Chapter 5. Now, we are going to finish Chapter 5 before break. That gives us 3 weeks, these 3 weeks right now, to do Chapter 5. And before we go on break for Christmas, we are going to go ahead and have a Chapter 5 test. So we're going to jump right into Problem 511. And here we go. So 511 today, you need a warm-up, paper, calculator, and a red pen. You will need a calculator. In fact, for the very first problem we're going to do a warm-up, you will need a calculator, so please get that out. All right, here is your warm-up. I want you to please try to sketch that shape, and you're going to find the area of the shaded region. Now, I want you to pause the video and do this problem on your own. When you are done, unpause it, and we'll check if your answer is correct, okay? I do expect to see this problem included with the picture, so please make sure you have that included and done. Cool? All right, pause it. When you're done, unpause it. All right, so there are 2 shapes here. We have a triangle and we have a circle, and we're looking for the shaded region. So to find this, think of the triangle, finding the area of the triangle, and cutting out a circle. So let's find the area of a triangle first. So for triangle, area equals base times height divided by 2. You need to memorize that formula. There's no shortcut. You just need to know it. The base is the bottom number. The height is the number going up at a right angle. So in this case, it's nice and easy for us. So we do area equals 18 times 5 divided by 2. Okay, so area equals 90. Divided by 2. So the area of the entire triangle is 45 inches squared. Now that's the entire triangle, okay? I need to find the area of the shaded portion. So imagine I took that area, 45, and I cut out that circle, okay? Well, to figure out, I need to find the area of the circle, and the circle is pi times the radius squared. And again, I said, here's where you're gonna need a calculator, so let's do it. So area equals pi, and hopefully you have a pi button, times radius squared. What's my radius? Oh, well, they give us that easily there too. Nice, right? 2. So the radius is 2, so pi times 2 squared, and 2 squared is the same as 4. So pi times 4, the area of the circle is 12 Now, here's where I want you to be very careful. Please, 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 everyone do me a favor. Please, on your calculators, do 4 times pi right now. Everybody. On your calculator, 4 times pi. And you should get 12.566376061 if you have the pi button, okay? If not, it's going to be a little different, but hang with me. Now, I don't want you to write the whole number out. I'm okay with you just writing 2 numbers after. It's 5, 6, but the number after it is a 6 as well. Since this is 5 or higher, that moves this up to a 7. So we're going to put 12.57 inches squared. However, I do want you to get the most exact answer possible. So when I actually find the area of the shaded region, I don't want you to clear your calculator. I want you to remember that answer, that number, 12.566376061. And here's what you do, ready? To find the area of the shaded portion, we take this number minus this number. Now, how do we do that without clearing? Ready, here we go. You should still have 4 times pi, and you should have that 12.56663 whatever number up there. Don't do anything else. Ready? Without clearing, right now, just do 45 minus, and now I want the calculator to plug in the answer of the previous problem. So do you see right underneath the 3, if you have one of my calculators, the TI-30X2S, right under there, there is an ANS, answer. It's yellow. So if you hit second and that negative symbol, it'll say 45 minus ANS or answer, and it'll plug in the exact answer. It'll do that subtraction for you, and it'll get you that the area of that shaded portion is 32.43362939, but we can round it to that, inches squared, which is my answer. Now, if you didn't round, if you just went with this number right here, guess what you would have gotten? The exact same answer, okay? But sometimes when you round too much, it makes a mess. All right, correct answer, 32 and 4300. Did you get it right? Hope so. Okay, cool. Please put that warm-up away and let's get started with today's notes. We're going to start the book. We're going to start chapter 5 and we're going to do several problems together. Remember, this is in place of a lesson, so you still have some work to do. Now, if you notice, let me scroll back here. You have no additional homework except for the work we're doing here, okay? So here we go. How can I change it into y equals mx plus b form? By the way, you may very well have a quiz very soon about y equals mx plus b. So please remember all the things that y and m and x and b represent. Remember that thing we did before? You might have a quiz very soon, so make sure you prepare for that. Working with multivariable equations. So far in this course, you have used your equation mat and or symbols to find solutions for all types of linear equations with one variable. Today, you will learn how to apply these skills to solving linear equations with two variables. As you work today, keep these questions in mind. Number 1, what is a solution to an equation and what does it look like? Number 2, what is the growth pattern? And number 3, what is the y-intercept? Cool? Problem 5.1. You now have a lot of experience working with equations that compare two quantities. For example, while working with the height of a tree, you found the relationship y equals 4x plus 5, which compared x, the number of years after it was planted, to y, the height of its tree. Use the equation for this tree to answer the following questions, okay? Please write this equation, write 5.1 and write equation y equals 4x plus 5. And then please tell me what, letter A, what is the starting height? And how can you tell from the equation? Go. When you're done, unpause it. Okay, here's what you should have had. Hopefully you have it. Ready? The starting height of the tree. Oh, tell me you did complete sentences, right? You didn't just plug in a number and leave it at that, did you? If you did, change it. Write this down. The starting height of the tree is what? 5 feet. How can you tell? Because it is the y-intercept. It is the y-intercept is what we're adding there every time. Cool? And then letter B, what is the growth rate? That is, how many feet did the tree grow per year? Justify your answer. Go. All right, here's what you should have. The growth rate is 5, what's wrong there? Ooh, that was close. 4 feet per year. Okay, and does it justify your answer? Because I am multiplying the x, which is the years, by that number. It is my coefficient, okay? It is my growth. It is my B, okay? Or M, I'm sorry, M. It is the growth, all right? And if at any point you need to pause to write this down, pause, okay? Moving on. Okay, you can, problem 5.2, you can find the growth rate of and starting value of the y equals 4x plus 5 quickly, right? Because the equation is in y equals mx plus b form. But what if the equation is in a different form? Explore the situation below. The line, negative 6x plus 2y equals 10, is written in standard form. So when they have both the x and the y on one side, it's called standard form. Can you tell what the growth of the line is? How about the y-intercept? Predict the values. You have 10 seconds to predict. I want you to write down for problem 5.2a, I want you to predict growth and y-intercept. You have 10 seconds to fill this out. 8, 7, 6, 5. All right, time's up. Hopefully you got an answer for both of them. What is it? I'm not telling, okay? All right, you have that written down. Here we go. The equation, negative 6x plus 2y equals 10, the problem we just did, is shown in the equation map below. using only legal moves, rearrange the tiles to get the y by itself on the left side of the mat. Record each of your moves algebraically, okay? This is what we did a couple chapters back. We're going back to it. So ready? Let's try this out. Here we go. There it is. On your paper, please write it out. 2y plus -6, or minus, I'm sorry, 2y. Let's go with the order they had. -6x plus 2y equals 10. All right, I want to get the y alone, so what's the first thing you would do? What would you do first? And hopefully, you would say that the first thing you would do is I'd probably flip these and then bring them up to the top, right? Because I just like having all the positive things. Now, how does that look here? It really doesn't. I mean, it just becomes that, okay? So it really doesn't do much. But now what? I want to get the y's alone. I need to get rid of these 6 negative x's. How do I get rid of negative x's? Well, I can't just take them away, right? But what I can do is I can say, hey, what if I add, man, they're not going to fit. What if I add 6 x's to this side, and whatever I add to one side, I have to add to the other side. So I'm going to add these 6 x's over here, or 5, this takes forever, 6. By adding 6 x's to both sides, now I can 0 pair these out, right? And 0 pair, and 0 pair, and 0 pair, and 0 pair, and that gets rid of that. So how do I show it? On your paper, write this down. I added 6x here, and I added 6x here. That cancels it out. I'm left with 2y equals 10 plus 6x. But again, I want the y's alone, and so how would I do that? Well, if I take these and divide it into 2 sets, could I do that? Each one would get 5. I could put 2 there, 2 there. Oh, 1 there, 1 there. Hey, if I divide this into 2 sets, each set is worth this. What does that look like here? Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. I do like to treat them individually so that I can eliminate it easily, okay? Instead of making one line all the way across, like one like that, and going all the way across, I like to separate it out, okay? I just think it's better to keep track of it here. Okay, so 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 6 x's divided by 2 would be 3 x's. Cool, and there it is. So, got my answer, have it written down, right? You have this copied down. If not, pause the video because I'm going to move back to what we had here. Y equals 5 plus 3x. Go back to here. Y equals 5 plus 3x. Letter B. Now, use your results from part B to find the growth pattern and the y-intercept of the line. -6x plus 2y equals 10. What is my growth? Ooh, careful, don't be tricked. The growth is 3. And the y-intercept, or starting value, is 5. Did you guess it right? Did you have it right? Did you have 3 and 5? All right, if you did, great. If you didn't, that's okay. Okay? All right. You see what we had to do. We had to move them around so that we could actually find that. We are now going to practice with equation maths or algebra tiles. And again, I know at home you can't really do it, but we're going to practice some of that. Now, if you follow along in your book, if you went to your book, you could go to problem 511, and you can click on this blue thing right here, this blue link right here, and it'll take you to an equation math and algebra tiles that you can set this up. We're going to do part of it today. We're going to finish it tomorrow, okay? And basically what we're going to do is the same thing we did, okay? Using only legal moves right here, using only legal moves, rearrange your tiles to create an equation that starts with y equals something. Be sure to record all of your moves algebraically and be prepared to share your steps with the class. What is a pattern of growth in your line? What's the y-intercept and how can we tell? So please go 5-3, write 2x, problem A, right? 2x plus y equals 3x minus 7. 2x plus y equals 3x minus 7. Now for this part right now, I'm just going to have you put your pencil down and follow along mentally. You are going to write these down some too, but I want you to really pay attention to how I'm going to do this. Ready? And it's right here, okay? So I need to have, I'm going to add what I've got here, which is 2x plus y equals 3x minus 7, okay? 2x plus y equals 3x minus 7. So let's put them in here. 2x plus y equals 3x minus 7. Now again, I could do this right there, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. All right. Well, I should have 2x plus y equals 3x minus 7. Step number 1. What would you do? I would flip these. Let me switch them all to negative first. I flip these up. Okay? How would that show here? Just by doing this. Okay? It just turns everything into addition, makes it a little easier to solve. Now again, what would I do next? I want to get the y alone. Oh, it's already over here on this left side, so what could I do? Oh, do you remember? I could balance set. I could balance those two out and balance these two out. How would that look down here? Oh, minus 2x and minus 2x. This cancels out. I'm left with y equals x plus negative 7. That's it, or 1x. I'm done. Cool. Oh, I do need to do one thing, don't I? Write this down, by the way. What is my growth? And my y-intercept. Growth and y-intercept. My growth is 1. My y-intercept is negative 7. Did you get that right? Or did you follow along, I guess? Hopefully that makes sense. Again, if you need to, pause it, because I'm about to erase this and start the next problem. And again, if you missed that, just go back and go back on the video and write it down. We're going to do one last one today, which is letter B. Okay, please write it down. X plus 2y equals 3x plus 4. X plus 2y equals 3x plus 4. X plus 2y equals 3x plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of that. Get out of here. Okay? All right. X plus 2y equals 3x plus 4. Step number 1, what would you do? I would, actually, you know, will you solve it, please? See if you can solve it on your own. When you're done, unpause it and we'll check. All right, so here's what I would do. I would balance out these two x's. Shows both minus x and minus x over here. I get 2y equals 2x plus 4. Now again, I want the y alone, so I'm just going to split these in half. And one goes up here and the other one just goes. And oh, I can get rid of that. So I took half of everything. How does that show? Divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2. 2 over 2 cancels out to 1. 2 over 2 cancels out to 1. And 4 over 2 cancels out, 1x plus 4 divided by 2, 2. There's my work. My growth is 1, and my y-intercept is 2. Cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we're doing for today. Tomorrow we will pick up where we left off. Tomorrow you will be working with algebra tiles and a little bit more of the work we're doing, and we're going to challenge you and tackle a bit more of the problem later, okay? But for now, just put those notes in a safe spot. You have nothing else to do for math today. Enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow.